Good afternoon, all of you. The paper, second session, we would like to present before you is the non-performing assets risk management. It's a study of bank industry in Telangana state. Telangana state is a newly formed state bifurcated from Andhra Pradesh. Earlier, when United Andhra Pradesh was there, the non-performing assets, to some extent, reasonably occupied certain amount of percentage in the overall non-performing assets of the country. But after bifurcation, what had happened, and what is the ratio of non-performing asset or percentage of non-performing asset in the total performing assets of the country? Taking into consideration that I have taken this study and I have conducted, I have analyzed the data by collecting information data from the state level bankers committee's report. Based on that, this paper has been prepared. So keeping in view non-performing assets, the meaning of simple meaning or the simple sense of non-performing asset is when you take a loan or borrow some amount of loan from the banks or financial institution, if the borrower is unable to repay the amount of loan that has taken from the banks or financial institutions in 90 days, that is 3 months, the principal amount and the interest, if these two amounts are unable to be paid to the bank or in financial institution, for that particular bank, the amount of loan that will become or will be considered as non-performing asset. Unfortunately, banks are facing today, and it's a burning topic also, as you all aware, banks are facing a huge financial problem with regard to NPAs. Keeping in view that point, the financial status and the NPAs position in the Telangana state, how it has been reflected in the overall non-performing assets of the country have taken up. So for this study, as I told you just now, I have collected the data from the state level bankers companies reports. I have collected this information, and whatever data that I have collected, that has been analyzed and interpreted. Now this slide. There's so many changes have been taking place since liberalization, globalization, privatization since 1991 onwards. Disbursing loans, and the loans that are taken, how they are using and all that, how the non-performing assets are farming and all that, we have been experiencing since 1991 onwards. The situation is, in fact, lending loans is not a problem for the bankers, but the only problem that the banks are facing today is that repayment of loans from the borrowers is a big question for them. So that is the reason I think all of you might be aware. In the recent budget also, Prime Minister has 25,000 crores allotted some fund to overcome the non-NPAs of the commercial banks and other banks in India. So that's one area which is recently took place in the budget. And there are so many risk management techniques that are taking place to overcome from the non-performing assets. That's all we discuss. And when we come to the research gaps, so far when we see the it's not moving. Yeah, holistic approach approach, holistic development, because of this NPA is unable to do justice by the banks or financial institutions. The holistic development is unable to exercise it because of NPAs. There are so many sections also neglected, have been neglected all these years, because they are not accessing to the financial, the financial accessibility is to some extent is lacking, we can say, because of NPAs and all that. And even government side also, waiver of loans and all that, because the agriculture sector, if you take consideration, agriculture is completely uncertain nowadays, and the agriculture crop, the seasons are fluctuating. Because of the seasonal fluctuations and all that is all happening. They are unable to repay the amount to the banks and all that. It's one of the important areas. And the main objective of the paper is that the non-performing assets in Telangana state, the study of non-performing assets in Telangana state, and basically there are 4 areas that I have taken to examine the non-performing assets position or status. Those are non-performing assets in agriculture, MSMEs, housing loans and education loans. From these sectors, people whoever has taken loan or availing loan, to what extent the non-performing assets from these areas are forming, that I have taken into consideration for this study. And next slide, if you observe, for example, in brief, branch expansion, altogether, rural, semi-urban, urban, metro, put together 4,919 banks out there in Telangana area. Out of that, rural area, metro area, 1,405 branches were there. In rural area, 1,719 are there, whereas in urban area, 652 branches are only exercising, the involving in the disbursement of loans and all that. Next slide. See, when you, as I told you in the objective, the agriculture, NPAs in agriculture, the agriculture sector A plus B, that means agriculture direct, short-term crop loans, agri-term loans, indirect finance to agriculture, all put together, that is the 8.111, like that, the percentage of NPAs in the total outstanding, it is reflected. Next, as far as the next slide. As far as MSMEs are concerned, out of total outstanding 4,604.98 NPAs, the percentage when you calculate altogether 8.9688, like that it is there. As far as MSMEs are concerned. Similarly, housing loans. Next, housing loans. Next. As far as housing loans are concerned, we have NPAs out of total outstanding 695.73. It leads to 3.7488, like that. The NPAs percentage, they are paying in the total NPAs, the percentage that has been occupied. Similarly, next slide. Educational loans to take in the state of Telangana, 191.73 out of total outstanding, that is 22,844.8 crores outstanding is there. Out of that, 191.73 crores, that is equal to 6.73% of NPAs towards education loans, that has been reflected. Similarly, so these are the next slide. These are the areas that I have taken, and the NPAs percentage that has been identified in these 3 sectors. So as far as findings are concerned, just a minute I will complete. NPAs, agriculture has been decreased by 272.81 crores. NPAs have been decreased. This is a good sign in the state of Telangana, because the NPAs are reducing, means it's a symbol for growth and development. And the MSC sector also, there is improvement, the loans and advances. They have given more amount of loan in the last quarter. If you observe, 404,000 41,892 crores. That leads to 51,000 at the end of the last quarter, 51,344.38 crores. That is improvement in the disbursement of loans towards this MSME. Similarly, housing loans also in the last quarter when you observe, that is 55,591.7 crores disbursed. Is also there is an enhancement in the last quarter as far as housing loans are concerned. Similarly, the last one, educational loans also has been increased. That is 543.05 crores and has been increased. Next slide. As far as the limitations are concerned, because it is a newly formed state, the Telangana state only has been taken into consideration by taking the SLBC reports, and the only 4 sectors that I have taken, that is MSMEs and educational, housing, these are all the sectors I have taken for observing the NPA's status. And when we come to suggestions and conclusions, the last slide. In the agriculture sector, there is a reduction, as I told you just now, it's a good sign. Similarly, government, as far as suggestions are concerned, governments and banks together has to function collectively to minimize the NPAs percentage and all that. Similarly, another important mechanism is required, that is, say for example, effective credit approval and appraisal system. This effective credit control system should be formulated, and further, the monitoring is very important. To whom the loans has to be disbursed, and whether they are the capable position of the repayment of loans and all that has to be checked before they disburse the loans. On the basis of that, if it conducts, when the loans are disbursed, then there is no doubt the NPAs can be reduced or can be mitigated in a considerable manner. So these are all about the suggestions and conclusions that I would like to make. And I'm very much thankful to the organizers, the last 1.5 months who has given or taking the pain for organizing this seminar like this, and they have given me good opportunity to meet all of you in this international conference. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, sir. Announcement. 5 o'clock there is